corporations think they can get away with paying Southern workers less than what they're owed. By forming a union, we can work together to fight for fair pay, quality health care, and job security.
I want to talk about Alabama and the broader South as our final topic with you. Being from the South and having a radio program that centers around the South, organizing the South has been a very important thing for me and something that I think about a lot. Why does the AFL-CIO as an international organization think that the organizing in the South as a particular region of one particular country is important work?
Well, it's very important because sometimes corporations think that they can get away with paying Southern workers less than what they're owed. And by forming a union, we can work together to fight for fair pay and quality health care and job security. And, we've had some inspiring wins across the South in the last few years, and you've talked about them earlier during your report. But in 2024, the International Union of Electrical Workers of America, members of IUE, CWA, members who work at New Flyer in Anniston, Alabama, they ratified their first union contract. Mm-hmm. And they won pay increases ranging from 15 to 38% by 2026. They've negotiated restrictions on forced overtime. They negotiated more vacation and paid time off and better parental leave and so many other huge victories. And look, organizing unions and negotiating for the dignity that workers deserve isn't just possible in the South. It's happening right now, okay? It's not impossible to win in the South, okay? So, we need to keep that in mind. And there's so many examples out there. Bluebird manufacturing workers in Macon, Georgia, they won a contract with the profit sharing system, sharing in the wealth that they help to create every day. AT&T workers went on strike against 9 southern states to make sure that management bargained fairly, and they won their new agreement. So, look, the South and workers in the South are no different than workers in the North and in the West and in the East. Workers in the South deserve to be treated with dignity and respect, and corporations think that they could separate us by moving their corporations. I come out of the manufacturing sector, and the threat was always shipping our jobs and moving manufacturing plants overseas. That's still a threat, but what's become a much more bigger threat is moving jobs to the South where they feel that they can't exploit workers. And we're changing that, and we're going to continue to change that because workers in the South are, strong contributors to the Industrial Revolution here in America. Workers in the South are no different, as I've stated, from workers everywhere else. And they're starting to stand up, and we're going to stand up with them and make sure that we achieve collective bargaining for every worker around this country, including the South, that wants to join a union. We're going to fight for that right.
Fred Redmond, Secretary-Treasurer of the AFL-CIO, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us today. I really appreciate it.
Well, thank you, Jacob, and thank you for everything that you're doing, spreading the word about unionism, and we really appreciate the work that you're doing.
All right, Brother Redmond, appreciate your time. You have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.